Well, good evening, everybody. It's me, Alex, the founder of Dispatch Training Center, and we are welcoming you on our YouTube channel, on our TikTok, on our Instagram, and of course, Facebook and all other social media that we have been interacting on. Well, it's the end of the year. It's almost beginning of 2025. And we've had a very productive year, and we are going stronger and stronger and stronger every day. I have been having lots and lots of messages on our website, on our YouTube channel, asking about the truth. What does it take to become a dispatcher? Is that really rewarding profession? Is it easy to do it? And we're gonna go and review some of all of these things. Of course, first, I would like to wish you happy holidays. Hopefully, you had a very Merry Christmas and you enjoy time with your family. And Santa hopefully was very generous to you and your kids. But let's go back to the reality. Well, as many of you probably have been seeing on YouTube, on Instagram, and when you talk to the real dispatchers, you probably all hearing the same thing, that it's very stressful and it's a very demanding job. Well, let's see. Any job can be stressful. Everything is demanding if you are in charge of crucial things. So let's talk about the dispatcher, the day of a dispatcher. Let's go a little bit back and see what's going on every day if you are afraid dispatcher. Well, first, you have to make sure that you are a very organized person and you have a great communication skills, and of course you have knowledge about industry as a whole, knowledge about different types of equipment. Also, hopefully you decided to become a pro dispatcher and you had some formal training. Most of you who are following us, you are our students, our previous students, or you are our future students, right? So let's see. If you still looking for the training, you can go to our website and look at upcoming schedule. The next training is going to start on January 5th. But let's go back. What does dispatchers do? Well, dispatchers are kind of like orchestrating the move of truck drivers. So we are having actually the main task of the dispatcher, it's a communication between different parties, right? So you will be dealing with lots of live phone calls, lots of emails. You have to be able to communicate with different parts of this industry. So let's figure it out. So you as a dispatcher, you will need to arrange the movement of the freight. You will need to negotiate on certain conditions. You have to read through this agreement. You have to pay attention to details. Then you have to tell information to your driver. You need to make sure that you watch over the transit. If anything occurs during the transit, any troubleshooting, let's say your truck has a breakdown, or maybe you are late for pickup or delivery, you as a dispatcher will need to take care of it. And you will need to make sure that all the paperwork is also not getting lost, that you submitting invoices on time, and all other things. So just from these few tasks, you can see that dispatchers are very, very busy every day. We talk to the drivers, we talk to the brokers, we talk to the shippers, we talk to the receivers. We still talking to accounting. We're making sure that we are watching what's going on with our drivers. So we are monitoring GPS software. We are looking at ELD devices. We want to make sure that we are looking at a few different load boards, because not only that we have to post our truck, our available equipment, but we also need to search for that load which is going to be beneficial not only for our driver, but also for the company. So let's say you are dispatcher for company and you dispatching the drivers. It's not only about moving the driver from A to B. It's not only about picking up on a certain time and delivering on time, but it's also about understanding, is your company going to make any profits? So the main job of the dispatcher is understanding the market. Negotiation skills are number one thing that you need to concentrate on. So if negotiations is so important, then you need to work on your communication skills, but also you need to have a knowledge of the market, knowing how to use the tools. So let's just go and add, let's see which one I'm using, custom this. So I will be here and I'm gonna add DAT1 load board right now. So load board, it's like a marketplace where certain parties of this industry meet. We as a dispatcher, we're going to be representing our carriers, right? So we're going to be posting our trucks. See, my trucks. I can post the truck that I have truck available, let's say tomorrow. I am looking for the load tomorrow. I'm looking, let's say, Los Angeles, California, and I'm going to this area, let's say Z0, Z1, Z2. As a dispatcher, you will need to understand the zones, you will need to know the regions. So in this case, we are talking about northeast. Well, you have to know your equipment, right? So let's pretend that we are posting dry van. Well, you need to know the size of your trailer. Let's choose that we have 53-foot dry van and maximum weight, 46,000. So you can make comments here. Let's say early truck, tanker indoors driver. He has swing doors. That means that his trailer has swing doors. He's a plated trailer. So let's post. So that's what we do as dispatchers, right? So for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Saturday, today is December 27th, I can see right now on the board only 16 matching loads. So this is the 16 loads which are going to northeast from Los Angeles area. In this case, you guys can have different criteria. Let's say you are not willing to deadhead. So if I'm eliminating deadhead, I can switch to 70, let's say 75 miles. And I'm going to search in this case. Wow, 3 loads already disappeared. Maybe I don't want to go to all these 3 zones and I can choose only one. But let's just leave it for the purpose of this video. So what did I do? As a dispatcher, I posted my equipment. That means that I know that my truck is going to be there tomorrow in Los Angeles, that he's going to be early truck, that this is a dry van 53-foot trailer with a swing doors and he's a plated trailer. That means that he has metal floors and metal walls. Do you need to know this as a dispatcher? Yes, yes, and yes. This is a basic knowledge about your equipment. When I have chosen that we are going to Z0, Z1, Z2, wow, what does this mean? That means I know my driver, that he is willing to do the long haul, because from California to Northeast, we are talking about 2,700 miles, 2,800 miles, up to 3,000 miles. If you're going all the way, let's say, to Massachusetts, or you go to Portland, Maine. So 3,000 loads. Do I need to know my driver? Yes, yes, and yes. Is he willing to go to Northeast? Or maybe I know what my company wants. Maybe my company is concentrating on a long haul, coast to coast loads because they are looking for growth. They want good paying loads, and that's all they want. But is that always going to be the truth that long loads are gonna pay more? Well, that's not the truth, and that's why you need to go through training. But we just covered one party. Let's go to second party. Well, the second party is going to be our brokers. So they are searching for trucks, right? So if you are a broker, you can put that you have the load, let's say here, let's say Chicago, you have the load going to Memphis, Tennessee, you're looking for the reefer, you're looking for this is going to be full load. It could be 5,000, it can be 20,000, it can be up to 45,000, but you are posting dedicated load. If you are, as a broker, posting the partial load, well, that means that the dispatcher who is going to book this can combine this partial loads with other partial loads. Of course, you're gonna put the weight of this load, and in this case you're gonna put what type of equipment you are looking for. Are you looking for 53-foot trailer? Are you looking for 48-foot trailer? Are you looking for the box truck? Or maybe this is even oversized load. So as a broker, you're going to put all those details. So there is two parties. Well, who else can be there? Well, we can also have shippers, receivers who directly using load boards, right? So this is a party which meet here. You can search for the loads as well without posting the truck. So let's see. I'm searching for the loads on Monday from Chicago. So let's see. I'm looking from Chicago, Illinois, and let's post everywhere because I am the desperate dispatcher who does not have a plan. So let's see. Chicago, Illinois, let's just choose dry van. Let's put only full load. Let's choose 53 feet trailer, and maximum is going to be, let's say, 46,000 on the weight. Pay attention here. Why do I always put maximum? Some drivers is gonna say, well, she does not have a clue what she's doing. I am not willing to take those heavy loads. Well, I don't want you to take those heavy loads, but for the purpose of the software, I'm always going to put this. So let's pay attention. Let's choose it for Monday the 30th. And let's see. Do you see this little mark here? It tells you right away. Hello, wake up. You're not desperate dispatchers. It's too many results to show. Don't you know the plan for your driver? Don't you really know what you are looking for? Yes, and if you already been dispatching, if you took any trainings, you will understand that this was a nonsense. So yes, I know my driver. Well, my driver, let's say, lives in Chicago. On Monday, it's going to be 30th. He wants to still go get the load, deliver next day, and get loaded on the 31st, come back to Chicago, maybe go and have a happy New Year party or just spend time with his family and then get unloaded day later. So what does it mean? Can I go to California? Can I go all the way to East Coast? Can I go all the way to Florida? Well, probably not. So if I'm posting truck in Illinois and I'm looking for short haul, in this case, regional run, I can only put the states around Illinois. So let's see. Can we go to Wisconsin? Yes. Can we go to Minnesota? Yes. Can we go to Michigan? Yes. Can we go to Ohio? Yes, yes, and yes. Can we go to Kentucky? Can we go to Tennessee? Can we go to Missouri? Can we go to Iowa? And what else? Well, we can go to Indiana. Approximately. Well, from Chicago, I am not driving around 150 miles, and probably my truck is not even parking in Chicago. So let's be realistic. Let's put destination where most of the trucks are parking. It can be Elgin, it can be Bolingbrook, or if you know where you deliver it. So let's update. I'm gonna eliminate that head. I want to pick up something right here. And let's see, what can we see right now? So do you see, from 1018 plus extra loads, I am getting realistic picture right now. Is that really what's gonna happen on Monday? Well, not really. Today is Friday, 7 p.m. in Chicago. Most of the brokers did not post or deleted their postings for Monday. So this is not really a realistic picture, but let's see. It shows that I have 276 loads for my criteria from Bolingbrook, Illinois, 50-mile radius, going to states surrounding Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana. Right here, as a future dispatcher, as a dispatcher who is actually dispatching already. What do you need to learn? Abbreviation of the states. You guys need to know where the state's located. You need to know regions. You need to know the routes. You need to know the tolls. You need to know the challenges with the seasonal changes. So lots and lots of things you need to know as a dispatcher. So this is a very fast-paced nature job. Are you ready for this? If you are a person who likes to multitask, then you can do it. I was just showing you the load board just to give you a glimpse of what we do. So picture you dispatching 5, 6, 7, 8 trucks. How many postings you need to have? How many postings you're gonna have for trucks on Monday? Then you need to find a reload. So you have to be really fast with posting, deleting, looking at the board, switching between all of this, and able to read the information, correct? Yes, hopefully you guys following me. Well, what else? Well, besides all of this, besides all the stress of cancel loads, maybe rude brokers who are not even answering their phones nowadays because market in their favor, besides all the disagreement with the drivers, well, we have actually satisfaction from this job. So let's go through good parts. Well, first, me personally, and I do believe every student who came to my training over the years, we get satisfaction of solving this logistic puzzle. Because when you go, especially now when market is challenging and you still do a good job and you still connecting those loads and you pay attention to those red flags and you preventing cargo liability, when you cutting out the nonsense, it does give you satisfaction of putting this puzzle together. So dispatchers actually having a very rewarding career if they are loving what they do and if they are building the team. And first team that you guys gonna build, it's your drivers. I always say that we cannot be enemies. We are a team. Driver in this and dispatcher is on the same side of this industry. And if you guys are still fighting with your drivers, if drivers do not appreciate what their dispatchers do, then unfortunately, you're not going to have the results as you could have if you understand that together you are stronger, that helping each other is going to have benefits. For example, if your dispatcher sometimes gets busy because we do need to cover other trucks, it's not just about you at this moment. And if you can help out instead of calling a million times and you can just say text, well, I already loaded, I'm on the way. If you're not going to take it to the personal level, it's going to be better for you as a driver. If you are a dispatcher and you are solving the problem at this moment, well, maybe Tell your driver that you are working on solving this problem. Maybe you're rescheduling his delivery. Maybe you're still negotiating extra pay for detention layover. Maybe you are simply need to admit that you made mistake because you did not hear the broker. Maybe you did not read the rate confirmation, or maybe simply they did lie to you. You have to be honest about your own actions, but stop playing that game. Brokers always blame the drivers. Drivers always blame the dispatchers. Dispatchers always blame drivers and the brokers. Guys, this is not a pro approach. We all have part in this circle, which I call circle of logistics, right? And the circle always work when everybody does part of their job. If I'm dispatcher, I'm finding the loads, I'm monitoring them. When I am talking to that broker, I am already cutting nonsense out. Well, is the pickup possible? Is deliveries possible? I am looking at the map and I already know, does my driver has enough hours to even make this transit? Is this shipper is a good shipper? Is this receiver actually is easy to get in to it? Does they have parking on the side? So those all little things we doing already while we talking to broker and asking all these questions. A lot of times we need extra time. That's why dispatchers I usually ask simple question. Well, how long you been working for TQL? Where are you guys located? Well, do you think that we are really curious how long they've been doing this? No. I am buying time because I need to check with certain tools what's going to happen in Kentucky on Monday. Is this load actually make sense if they are adding extra stop? If I am have to deadhead for the pickup, does my driver gonna have enough hours? So lots and lots of things are going through the mind of the dispatcher. And that's why I love this. Personally, me, I love it. And I see everybody who have been signing up this year, especially this year, 2024. All my students, they are ready for this. They come for the strong foundation, and that's what I gave them. I gave them the strong foundation. I showed them reality of the trucking, and I am preparing them for the worst market. Why? Because it's so easy to dispatch when the market pays. I always joke, and you probably heard this joke all the time. Even my cat Max could just meow when the market is high and book the load with a TQL. But try to do it now. Try to connect those loads. And that's why a lot of dispatchers, they quit working in 2024 because market have been very challenging. And only pro dispatchers are still doing the good job. And only people who realize that they need strong foundation are going to become pro dispatchers. You cannot just start playing the game of being afraid dispatcher. Without knowledge, you're not going to survive. So that's why we need to build the sense of community with our drivers, with our teammates, especially if you guys work in the office and it's few dispatchers, you need to communicate with each other. It's not the game of me being the best in the office. No, you guys can do better job if you work as a team. Let's say I'm posting 5 trucks. Let's say Mike is posting 7 trucks. Let's say Maya is posting 3 trucks. And they are talking to the broker and there is a good load. And I know for a fact that my teammate dispatcher has also trucks available in Chicago for Monday. Well, if I want my office to succeed, I would offer to the broker that we have extra capacity. We have extra equipment to take few extra loads, let's say Chicago going to Memphis. I'm not going to be worried that, oh my God, I am helping Mike with his trucks. If I am truly a pro, this is not about just me. This is not about me covering only my trucks. It's about the company that we dispatch doing better job. It's about getting better loads. It's about building the relationship. So if you guys open your mind into trucking and into freight dispatching, think about it on a bigger scale. This is a great industry. This is a very rewarding job. If you actually gonna start treating it as a profession, not as a hobby, not as just, oh, let me try, and then you guys gonna be getting those rewards. And there is a human side of the dispatch and communication, communication, communication. You need to start building those skills. You have to feel your drivers. You have to even hear the voice. Sometimes you're gonna be friendly, sometimes you're gonna be pushy, sometimes you have to be direct, and sometimes, well, you might even be an asshole on that day talking to the broker if they mistreat you. It's a different grounds for this job, and we have to manage different days. But in the end of the day, you need to understand that building communication skills is important. Talking to your driver and asking them how you can improve your dispatching is important. You have to hear them. You have to hear their request. And a lot of times when driver feels that, he will do his job better, because a pro driver will always help you. He's going to give you notes about shippers and receivers, and he's going to say, Alex, maybe next time we should avoid this location in downtown of Chicago. Maybe we should not go to Boston. Maybe we should not take this route because this was not an easy route. So the pro driver and pro dispatchers, they always communicate. We try to make sure that they are safe on the road. We want to make sure that they still having time to take shower, to eat, to sleep. Remember, booking illegal loads and team loads does not make you a pro dispatcher. Do you think that you are so proud that your drivers are still driving non-stop and they are only sleeping 2-3 hours? Well, first, you are risking their lives. They all have family. They all have kids. How can you sleep in the end of the day when you know that you are pushing your drivers every day? Learn how to dispatch. Change the structure in your company. Maybe there's not benefit in driving coast to coast when the market does not pay. And all of this comes from knowing commodities. All of this comes of knowing the market, pre-booking, using the tools. So rewards of being dispatcher are actually I cannot even tell you that I love this job. I love teaching. I love dispatching. And I am happy when our drivers are always taken care of and they don't have to risk their lives, right? And we need to make sure that you understand this. This is your responsibility. That's what you do when you book those loads and you don't pay attention to hours, to weather, to routes, when you push in your drivers because you promised brokers something which was not reasonable from the beginning. This is you as a dispatcher, you doing that. You need to realize your responsibility. You need to realize the liability you are taking on your shoulders. And that's what I am trying to accomplish with my mission, my personal mission to change trucking for the better, together with you, future pro dispatcher, dispatchers who are dispatching, improving your skills, drivers, drivers who becoming pro drivers, brokers who finally understanding that without drivers, without dispatchers, this industry is impossible. So mutual respect. And all of us, we can have the huge impact on this industry. And hopefully, day after day of our hard mission, we can finally see the results. I cannot do it by myself. I cannot do it with few thousand of students that took my trainings. But together, we can change trucking for the better. And that's why you have to remember that dispatchers play crucial and vital role in this industry. So today, I want to ask every driver on the road. I want you to be honest with yourself and I want you to appreciate us, dispatchers. Maybe it's time for you to wish your dispatcher happy holidays, thanks them for doing their job, and maybe it's time for you to recognize them as well. And of course, if you are a dispatcher, I want you to thank to the driver because without the driver, we cannot keep doing our job. And if you are a broker watching me today, maybe try to be a little bit nicer. There is no need to hang up the phone. There is no need to be rude. Well, you can simply also understand that without dispatchers, without drivers, without trucks on the road, you would not have your job as a broker. And maybe, my dear brokers, when you are going to those bidding wars, you learn about operational cost first. You understand the challenges on the road. And you at least understand those silly HOS hours. We are not flying, we are not swimming, we're not Boeings yet. So, as a dispatcher, when I ask you the questions, and sometimes I verify a few times about the weight, about the commodity, about if it's floor loaded, if it's actually palletized, I'm simply doing my job as a dispatcher. Because I do believe when you guys go and you bid on those loads, you do your job, right? You ask your customer, your shipper, your receiver, well, how heavy the load is going to be, if that's palletized, not. So if you're not posting all those details, this is my job to verify the information. So don't get pissed at us. Don't give us attitude. We are simply doing our job because we are pro dispatcher. You are pro driver. We are pro dispatcher. And we have pro brokers, hopefully, in this industry. And together, we can change all of this for the better. Well, one more time, I would like to wish everybody happy holidays. We have been blessed this year, and we want to share with you some news. Well, we have been mentioned in the USA News, and we've been selected as one of the trainings and recognized. It's a very good article, and for me as an instructor, as a creator, it's have been very, very rewarding to read this. And we also got the reward best of best reviews. So officially, Dispatch Training Center have been nominated as the best pro freight dispatch training in 2024. And I could have not do it on my own without my students, without your reviews, without your dedication, without your eagerness to learn. I could have not received this award. And I am so, so proud of you. And they also mentioned why we are different than everybody else. Well, few points from their article. Well, because we have live training. Yes, our trainings are not pre-recorded, they are live. Well, I do have experience in this industry, and I do share with you all the ins and outs of trucking industry as a dispatcher, as the owner of the trucking company, as an agent for factoring, as an insurance agent, as a person who's been running businesses for the last 20 years in the USA. So I do give that personalized approach. The classes are dynamic. It's a lot of things you need to read. You need to be part of the class. They are interactive, and we do have proven success. It's not that easy to get those Google reviews. We have lots of students who take our classes, and we are already over 100 5-star reviews. And if you ever run the business, you probably understand that to get 5-star reviews, well, it's easy. But to keep that 5-star reviews ongoing, well, it's hard. And I'm proud. Personally, I'm proud of myself that I did not give up on my mission. Because with the market going down, with all the political situation, economical challenges in the USA, it would be easy to just give up. But my mission is bigger than just me. My mission about the huge industry. My mission covers lots and lots of families in the USA and abroad. I am changing the lives together with you, giving somebody a new career, maybe securing new business adventure for some small business owners. We are helping them to start. Also, we are educating people, and we have positive impact on the industry. And that's why it's have been very, very rewarding year for me personally and Dispatch Training Center. And I can promise you this, 2025, it's gonna be even better for us. We are working on innovations. We are making our trainings better. We're going to be adding extra mentorships and extra different trainings. We want you to succeed, but we want to also build the community. So hopefully I'll see you soon in my classes. Hopefully we'll see you in mentorship. But as always, remember, knowledge is power. Keep learning, keep sharing, keep improving, and never ever give up. If I could have become a freight dispatcher, if I could have created the trainings, and if I could have been rewarded this rewards as a best training of 2024, you can do it as well. I love you guys, and I wish you happy holidays. And for my January students, make sure you are getting ready. Also, remember that we have our discounts available right now. So, no code needed, no special coupon needed. You can just go to our website, right? And you can save money on our trainings. So, let's go one more time. If you never visited us, it's learndispatchtoday.com. We have all our trainings are posted. You can read schedule. You can read about the review. You can come and pay. So the discounts are going to be available till December 31st. It's $150 off of our freight dispatch training. It's $100 off of IFTA training. Also our trucking safety and compliance training. So make sure that you sign up. Make sure that we'll see you in our future trainings. We would like you to like, share, and of course, we want to see your support on our channel. You can change this industry with only $3.99 per month. Because if you have been following us, you know that we are giving a free education all the time. And if you are a previous student, maybe this is the time for you to share your honest review. And I'm more than sure it's going to be 5-star review because I am putting all my heart, all my soul in these trainings. And I might be direct, I might be pushy, but guys, I want you to succeed. I love you, and I'll see you soon.